Wait. Marami sa mga tourist spots sa Bangkok ay magkakalayo. Pero thankfully, marami rin namang ideal neighborhoods throughout the city. And yan ang iisa-isahin natin in this video. Hey there, poor traveler! We are Vince and Josh. We've been travel blogging for almost 15 years and isa ang Bangkok sa favorite cities namin. And as much as possible, sa iba-ibang districts kami nagsistay para ma-experience namin kung ano-ano ba ang mga pagkakaiba nila and mapili namin ang best area para sa mga turista. Pero bago namin i-reveal ang sa tingin namin ay pinaka-okay, if you're new to this channel or returning viewer na pero hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, baka naman pwedeng makahiling ng subscribe dyan and patap na rin ang bell icon sa tabi, then select all para lagi kang updated kapag may bago tayong informative travel video. Kung sa Facebook ka naman nanonood, don't forget to like and follow this page na rin. Here's the thing. Ang maganda sa Bangkok, ang dami nitong kayang i-offer sa tourists. Mahilig ka bang mag-shopping? Check. Maraming bargain centers. Foodie ka ba? Check. Hindi ka mauubusan ng masarap na makakainan. Party-party ba ang sadya mo dito? Check din yan, kasi ang dami niyan sa Bangkok. But take a look at this map of Bangkok. Many of the city's key tourist spots are located along the river. The Grand Palace Complex, including the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, is here. Andito naman ang Wat Po and Wat Arun. Ang Asiatic, the riverfront, is right here, while Icon Siam, Bangkok's biggest mall, is andito naman. The very Instagrammable neighborhood of Talat Noi ay dito naman located. Yung ibang mga sikat na malls, andito sa may Siam Square, while yung mga paborito ng mga bargain hunters na Platinum Mall and Palladium, andito sa Pratunam, not too far away. Pero ang Chatuchak Market is all the way up here. Tapos, yung sikat na sikat ngayon na John's Fair Food Market ay nandito naman sa kabilang side. O diba? Kalat-kalat ang mga key attractions sa Bangkok. Pero makikita nyo rin na all around the city, ang daming mga hotels. Kumpula naman sila sa iba-ibang mga districts. And bawat district ay may kanya-kanyang character and kanya-kanyang kayang i-offer. This whole situation makes it quite overwhelming para sa mga turista na pumili kung saan ba dapat magstay. So, ang sagot sa tanong na anong area ang pinaka-okay na pagstayan ay depende kung bakit ka ba nasa Bangkok in the first place. By the way, although numbered ang listahan na ito, for easy reference lang yan ha, hindi yan in any particular order. First, linawin muna natin. Siam ang dating name ng Thailand, pero in this context, Siam refers to this area. Malapit sa Siam Square and yung complex ng malls including Siam Paragon, Siam Center, Siam Discovery, Central World, and even MBK. I-discuss natin yung pros and cons, pero sa pros muna tayo. Sobrang central ng location nito and maraming BTS stations kaya ideal naman talaga and very accessible. You can say na this is the heart of Bangkok. From here, madali mong mapupuntahan ang Silom, Sukhumvit, and iba pang mga areas. And kahit sa airport ka pa manggagaling, you can easily reach it by train. And marami sa mga day tours na ino-offer ng travel agencies like yung mga floating market tour and day trip sa Ayutthaya or Pattaya, many of them ay dito sa may Siam Paragon nagpipick up and drop off. And it also has a good selection of hotels. By the way, when searching for a hotel or hostel in Bangkok, dito ka na sa Klook mag-book and please use our discount code ThePoorTravelerKlook for up to 300 pesos off. Ilalagay din namin ang mga links sa mga hotels na na-try namin sa description ng video na to para di ka na mahirapang maghanap. And sa pinned comment na rin. And pwede mo rin gamitin yung ThePoorTravelerKlook na code sa mga tours, tickets, and activities. Disclosure, when you use our promo code, we earn credits for it, which in turn helps us produce more useful videos like this. Don't worry, it comes at no extra cost to you. In fact, magkaka-discount ka pa nga. So, if this video is able to help you, please use our promo codes. You can save it ngayon pa lang kahit wala ka pang trip para di mo makalimutan kapag oras na para mag-book. Anyway, going back to Siam area, kung dito ka magsistay, isang tumbling mo lang yung mga malls kung saan marami kang makikita talaga. So, kung mahilig ka mag-shopping, malling, okay magstay dito. Tapos, hindi rin ito kalayuan sa bargain center ng Bangkok, which is Pratunam. Okay, fine. malayong lakad. Siguro mga 16 to 20 minutes. So, kung hindi ka mahilig maglakad, malayo siya na lakad. Pero kung mahilig ka naman, yakang-yakang lakarin yan. Ang maganda dito sa Siam Square, very family-friendly ito. Okay ito kahit nagta-travel kayo with kids. Pero ang downside, dahil central nga ang location, medyo mahal ang mga hotel dito. Well, at least most hotels na malapit sa Siam Square. Pero don't worry, as you walk further from the center, makakahanap ka rin ng mga mas mura. Especially sa area around National Stadium or even mas mura pa pag mas malayo. Pero yung area na to na tinutukoy ko, mas malapit na to sa National Stadium BTS station ha, kaysa sa Siam Station. Meron din namang mga cocktail bars and clubs dito, pero hindi lang kasing vibrant yung scene kumpara sa ibang districts ng Bangkok. So kung gusto mo yung pumarty-party, this may not be the best part of town. Pero in general, if you're traveling with family or hindi ka naman ma-nightlife, it's a great place to consider. To get here from the airport, just take the ARL or Airport Rail Link to Payatay Station. Then switch to BTS Sukhumvit Line or Green Line and catch a train bound for Keha. Then alight at Siam Station or National Stadium Station or whatever station is closest to your hotel. Silom is a sub-district of the Greater Bang Rak District. Ang hindi masyadong clear ay kung saan ba talaga yung extent ng tinatawag na Silom area kasi hindi naman siya official district talaga. But if we refer to and trust yung best friend nating si Google Maps, Silom mostly refers to the blocks southwest of Lumpini Park, encompassing the area between Silom Road in the north and Saton Road in the south. But for most tourists, the Silom tag now extends to the surrounding areas kasama ang sikat na Patpong and even yung ibang parts closer to the river. So for this video, para on the same page tayo, let's just use the boundaries sa Google Maps since it's very likely na yan ang gagamitin mo when you're exploring Bangkok. And dito sa Google Maps, kasama rin ang ilang parts ng katabing sub-district ng Bang Rak since malapit and katabi lang naman talaga. Yes, may sub-district din na Bang Rak yung name which is within a district of the same name. So, bakit nga ba ideal ito na pagstayan ng mga turista? Number one reason is accessibility. From the airport, you can easily reach it by train. Ang daming BTS and MRT stations around. And sa baba nitong Sapan Taksin Station, situated ang Saturn Pier na main jump-off point papunta sa mga attractions by the river, including the Grand Palace, Wat Po, Wat Arun, Talat Noy, and even Icon Siam. Second, it hosts a wide selection of accommodations, from affordable hostels to high-end hotels. Yes, maraming budget-friendly na choices dito. In fact, nung early years ng backpacking namin, dito kami madalas magstay. Maraming mga guest houses na abot kaya lang talaga na malapit sa Saladeng Station. Pero itong huling trip namin, we stayed at the Prince Theater Hostel Silom na nasa kabilang dulo na, closer to Sapan Taksin Station. Ang cute dito, sinihan ang theme and ang daming mga movie-related decors. Yung dorm room dito usually costs 400 to 600 pesos, pero kapag off-peak, it can go as low as 350 pesos. Ang private room nila, duplex style and very spacious. 2,700 pesos per night naman yon. May free Thai lessons din sila every now and then and free tours around the area. 6 to 10 minute walk ito from Sapan Taksin Station. So kung sanay kang maglakad, malapit lang. Pero kung hindi ka mahilig maglakad, baka malayuan ka. Pero so hindi man siya ganun kalayo for me. Actually, nasa border na ito ng Bang Rak Sub-District and Silom. Dito sa Silom, ang dami ring masasarap na restaurants. Merong mga mahal na may Michelin stars and meron ding abot kaya pero may Michelin Bib Gourmand naman. Nga pala, may separate video kami about where to eat cheap in Bangkok. Panoorin nyo na lang din yon after ng video na to. And ang edge nitong Silom over Siam ay nightlife. Actually, considered ang Silom as Bangkok's business district pero kapag gabi, party-party na. Maraming cocktail bars and clubs. May mga wholesome and meron ding medyo wild. Maraming pang straight, pero kung member ka ng LGBTQIA+ community, andito rin ang greatest concentration ng mga gay clubs and drag shows. Andito rin sa Silom ang Patpong na notorious sa mga ping-pong shows, and yes, may mga scams din dito, so ingat-ingat kapag nag-explore. And if you're traveling with kids, make sure to book a hotel na hindi kayo mapapadaan sa mga mas pang-adult na soy. Kasi baka may maituro ang mga kiddos na ibang klaseng toy na for sale sa bangketa or mga medyo daring na posters or signages ng mga clubs. Madali namang iwasan yung mga yan, so it shouldn't be a big concern. I'm just saying na you might stumble upon them in certain areas, so iwasan nyo na lang yung mga areas na yon. To get to Silom from the airport, you can connect at either Makasan or Payatay Station, and alamin nyo na lang yung closest station to your hotel, tapos transfer to either the MRT Blue Line at Makasan Station or to BTS Sukhumvit Line at Payatay Station. Actually, itong mga directions na to, nag-a-apply din sa susunod na area na i-discuss natin, nakatabi lang kasi, which is Sukhumvit. Sukhumvit actually often refers to itong main road na to ng Bangkok, and sobrang haba ng road na to. Pero for many tourists, it usually refers to yung mga areas surrounding Nana and Asok stations. In many ways, Sukhumvit is very similar to Silom. Halos lahat ng pros ng Silom nag-a-apply din sa Sukhumvit. So yes, accessible din ito with a wide selection of lodging and dining establishments, and buhay na buhay din ang nightlife dito. Marami mga cocktail bars, may mga rooftop bars, may speakeasy, may mga pubs din and clubs. Iba-ibang klase. Mas modern and cosmopolitan din ang vibe dito. And just like Silom, ang cons nito ay halos pareho din. May specific soy and streets na known for a wilder type of entertainment, if you know what I mean. If you're traveling with kids, avoid Sukhumvit Soy 4 kung nasaan ang Nana Plaza and Sukhumvit Soy 23, aka Soy Cowboy. Hindi ito pambata, mga mi. That's not to say na i-dismiss mo yung buong Sukhumvit area. As I said earlier, mahaba ang Sukhumvit Road and may mga soy lang na kailangan mong iwasan. So choose a hotel na medyo malayo sa mga establishments na na-mention ko kanina. If you're a backpacker and you're after partying din, the Khao San area should be your top choice. Dito nagko-congregate ang hordes ng mga backpackers from around the world, kaya hindi mabilang ang mga hostels and mga murang matitigilan dito. Yung huling stay namin dito sa area ay booked na dorm bed sa Mad Monkey Hostel, which is a party hostel. Ganun naman nila minamarket yung hostel nila. And for a week, I felt like I was back in my backpacker era. Namiss ko yung kabataan ko na party inom gabi-gabi. Itong Khao San area, it is crowded, loud, and wild. Kapag naglalakad ka dito, you'll be greeted by thunderous music from nightclubs and the delicious smell of street food. Dami ring tao, mostly backpackers and turista talaga. And younger din yung crowd kumpara sa ibang districts. So kung with family ka, baka hindi mo magustuhan, lalo if yung ibubok mong hotel ay malapit sa Khao San mismo, dun sa main road. Kasi dahil nga ang daming mga clubs, medyo maingay mga mi. Kapag mag-explore naman, may pier na malapit. So pwede mong bangkain lang ang Grand Palace, tsaka yung mga temples. Medyo mahaba-habang lakad din siya, hindi siya immediately katabi nung main Khao San Road, pero kaya naman. Actually, gano'n naman dito sa Bangkok, hindi naman kasi lahat like immediately katabi ng mga BTS stations. Maglalakad ka rin talaga every now and then. And dahil maraming backpackers dito, marami ring makikitang nag-o-offer ng mga tours na dito rin sa Khao San area nagpipick up. Pero marami ring mga scams. Alam kasi ng mga scammers na puro foreigners dito, so ang dami nila. Well, at least nung peak backpacker era ko. Cheka. May mga nag-o-offer ng mga direct transfers to Siem Reap, ganun, na hindi naman talaga direct. Tapos may mga visa-visa, Kemerut na ML lang naman, scam, ganun. Yon. Maraming nagfo-fall din dun, so ingat-ingat lang kayo. Tandaan nyo, hindi natin kailangan ng visa papuntang Cambodia. Tayo mga Pinoy. Yung mga tuk-tuk and taxi dito, i-expect mo mag-a-attempt na mag-overcharge din. And yun pa pala, ang biggest disadvantage ng pagstay dito sa Khao San area ay hindi ito ganoon ka-accessible. Yung closest na MRT station ay 30 minutes na lakaran pa. Although may mga buses naman na mas convenient, pero kung train person ka, hirap be. That said, I can still recommend staying here if you wish to have a taste of Bangkok's backpacking culture. I mean, Bangkok is considered the global epicenter of backpacking. So, parang kung curious kayo, Gora. Kung galing ka sa Suvarnabhumi Airport and gusto mong mag-train, sakay ka ng ARL, tapos alight at Makasan Station, transfer to MRT Blue Line at Phetchaburi Station, and get off at Samyot Station. Tapos from here, kailangan mo mag-cab, tuk-tuk, or grab papunta sa Kausan. Otherwise, kung lalakarin mo yan, mga 30 minutes, tas may dala ka pang gamit. So, hindi siya ideal. Mas madali kung iba-bus. Kung galing ka sa Suvarnabhumi Airport, take the S1 bus. Tapos, alight at any of these stops, whichever is closest to your hostel. Ang fare ay mga 60 baht. Kung sa Don Muang Airport ka naman manggagaling, you can just take the bus A4 na papunta din sa Kausan. Kung pabangkok ka for a retail therapy, Pratunam is a great area. Sobrang accessible nito from the airport kasi it's along the airport rail link line. Ang pinakamalapit na stations ay Ratcha Prapop or Payatay. Depende sa hotel mo. Tapos, yung Ratchathuli BTS station is also just around the corner. Sorry na kung namamurder ko yung ilang Thai pronunciations. Hirap din kasi talaga. Dito, you'll find bargain centers and shopping malls na dinadagsa ng mga locals and tourists alike. It is one of the biggest wholesale garment markets in the country with both indoor and outdoor shopping areas, selling all sorts of products, from clothes to toiletries to medicine. May dalawang pagkakalaking shopping malls bursting at the seams with retail shops dito. Fashionistas will have a field day at Platinum Fashion Mall, housing a multi-level garment labyrinth composed of over 2,500 stores. Iba-iba yung mga tinda dito. Yung first 3 floors ay mostly for women's fashion, although may makikita ka ring menswear shops every dozen of stalls or so. But most men's stores ay nasa 4th floor. Yung isa pang higanting mall dito sa Pratunam ay yung Palladium World Shopping Mall, which sells mostly tech stuff like gadgets, electronics, phone accessories, cameras, and the like. But you'll also find other products like apparel, suitcases, and jewelry. Marami ring mga murang mga kainan around. So, ang haba nun, pero andito na tayo. What is the best area to stay? And wala kasing short and sweet answer dito. Depende yan kung bakit ka ba pupunta sa Bangkok in the first place. If you're here to shop till you drop, the Pratunam and Siam areas are ideal dahil sa dami ng mga bargain centers and shopping malls. If you're after nightlife, consider Sukhumvit and Silom areas because they have a lot of clubs, pubs, and bars including many of its popular rooftop establishments and yung mga pang-adults only na soys. If you're a foodie, Silom and the Banglampu area, yung area close to Kausan Road, have a great selection of Michelin-listed but pocket-friendly restaurants. If you're with family naman, Siam, I think, is the best for you. If you're on a budget, Siam and Silom have a good selection of hostels and budget hotels, especially the areas around BTS National Stadium Station or MRT Ratchathuli in Siam and BTS Saladeng and MRT Silom Station in Silom. If you're backpacking and you want to meet other backpackers naman, hit the famed Kausan Road. As for us, after staying in all these areas, I think we prefer to stay somewhere easily accessible. Silom and Siam areas talaga ang top recommendations ko. Parehong maraming BTS and MRT stations and they offer a little bit of everything that the other districts have to offer. Good food, shopping, and nightlife. And again, if you're booking a hotel or tour or any activity on Klook, please don't forget to use our promo code ThePoorTravelerCloak for up to 300 pesos discount. Sayang din kasi yun. You can also find all the links na binanggit namin sa description of this video and pinned comment. Sa next video, iisa-isahin naman ni Vince yung mga shopping mall sa Bangkok. If you don't wanna miss that, you know what to do. Subscribe if you haven't yet, ring the bell beside it, and select all so you're always in the know when we upload new videos. If you're watching this on Facebook, like and follow this page too. If this video helped you, you can also help us back in creating more travel guides like this by tipping us. You can tip us via GCash, GrabPay, Maya, credit card, or even bank transfer. Just head over to thepoortraveler.net/donate to show us some love. Lahat ng tips natin this month will go to the Poor Traveler Scholarship Fund para makapagpaaral pa tayo ng mas maraming college students. Got questions? Just drop them in the comment section below. You may also follow and message us on Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, or TikTok. Just search at The Poor Traveler, single L. That's all for now. Remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it.